On one occasion, one of these enormous dinosaurs took a massive car-sized shit, and it fell to the earth and crushed one of these tiny chicken dinosaurs to death. And the tragedy is that no one was there to laugh at it. Thankfully, life persisted. Mammals survived and grew and adapted and developed sentiency and understood science and could look at fossils and learn from them and develop a sense of humor so that we can laugh today at this tragic occurrence. I heard on the radio the other day on the BBC that a British guy comes on and says, cooking practices where crabs are boiled alive in water have been called into question when it was discovered that crabs can feel pain. Okay, first of all, who was assuming that crabs don't feel pain? That's a really convenient assumption just to make. Because I always thought that we boiled crabs in hot water alive because fuck crabs. Who gives a shit? I mean, they don't have faces and they cannot scream. Those are my two requirements for not murdering you. If you can't meet those, I'm sorry, I don't know what I might do to you, but you couldn't tell me no or look, ooh, so I don't know, that's bad. And in such, I have discovered that one of the key differences between men and women, not the number one difference, but an important difference, is that if you're, like, say you got a guy and a girl talking to each other at a bar for the first time. They've been talking for about 10 minutes and they've been hitting it off. It's been great. And the guy says to the girl, listen, I feel at this point I should really tell you, I'm a sex offender. The girl will almost always get the fuck out of that situation as quickly as possible. If in the same situation the girl says to the guy, I'm a sex offender, the guy is more likely to respond, well, hold on. Of what particular sex crimes have you been committed? Because I may not actually be offended. I might want to know more about this. Perhaps it's permissible. Anyway, so my new girlfriend lives in Georgia, so I visited her down there last weekend, where I finally really got to see the real Georgia. And the real Georgia was a man I met, actually. Sitting on the back porch smoking a cigarette. This man just was dirt. He just was dirt and denim, looking out of two blue eyes at the world, smoking a cigarette, high, drunk, the whole works. And he said to me, we're talking about Cincinnati, and he says, Cincinnati? That's near Ohio. I correct him, I say, actually, Cincinnati is in Ohio, to which he so wisely responds, well, yeah, that's near it. He was wise, truly. I used to work at a pet store, and you meet a lot of dog lovers there. And I know that everyone's a dog lover, but then there are dog lovers. Really love dogs. I'm not talking like that. I mean, like you can always tell when people who really love dogs because they love them. You can tell because the more hideous and deformed a dog breed is, they will love those dogs. Because let's be honest, some dog breeds were just mistakes that people look with. The pug isn't a breed, it's more like a cruel joke that inbreeding played on a poor creature. And the number one thing I hate when if you're out in public and someone's dog comes up to you, I hate when people say, don't worry, he loves people. It's like, I know that. Of course he loves people. He's a dog. That's their one function. If they don't love people, they don't stay dogs for very long.
Oh, God.
All right, I'm gonna tell one more joke and I'm gonna get off. This was like a joke, so I'll just go ahead and tell it. Okay.
Yeah.
So a father and child go to the zoo. And the child is he's a young guy. He's like, I don't know, 5 or 6, however old they are when they first start to read. And they go to the owl display. They're looking at the owls, and the little boy goes up to the plaque and he's reading it. And he's learning about the owls, and he comes across a word, a big word. He sees, what's nocturnal? And he sits there and he works out the word, and he figures it out, and he puts the syllables together. And he turns to his daddy and he says, Daddy, did you know that owls are nocturnal? And then the dad turns to the kid, punches him in the face and says, yeah, of course I know that. I'm an adult. Thanks. Have a nice night.
What?